So my name is Salvadore Elizarrara. I'm Mexican and I work as a software engineer at New Mexico. It's a fintech and digital bank. There at New Bank, I started to learn Clojure. I already did a technical talk for this meetup like 3 or 4 months ago. And this is like kind of a follow-up talk, like just live coding for Clojure. So for the agenda today, I have a bit of threading with a field programs example and a classic exercise for weapon functions map. So yeah, please stop me or ask anything. Remember that my native language is Spanish, so if you don't understand something, just tell me and I can change quickly. So let's start with a couple of concepts. Just for the people that don't know Clojure, Clojure is a dialect based on Lisp. So it's a pure functional programming language. It runs on top of JVM. So at the end is Java. When I think that the other talk we said that one of the worst things is that of Clojure is that when you have an error, the error is not at Clojure level. You will have with a stack trace of Java. Kind of hard to debug. But in the other hand, Clojure is pretty good to prevent errors because you will see why. It's not typed, but you can use it with schemas professionally, so that's good. And also it has a pretty powerful core library, which is also pretty cool. It's one of the things that I like. Okay, so let's start. Everything in Clojure. I will do this. Let's write the requirements. So given collection add marketing value to each item and filter something like that, something very quickly and pretty kind of easy to follow, just to understand a couple of basic concepts. So let's start with the basic structure. I have film roles here. So when we are defining symbols with def, it's just a symbol, a binding. If I use if ends, it will be a function. So for now, we just have a kind of hash map, right? No, we have an array. Okay, so let's start. Every array will have.
Salvadore, can you make the text bigger?
Increase the, sorry?
Can you make the text bigger?
Yeah. Is it good? Okay. Tell me, I think that can be a little bit here. Okay. Contra. So this is how we define basically an object. The first one is a symbol, and it can be used for as a key. Also, you can have things like this, like another symbol as a value, which is pretty good. You can use commas or not. Right now, I'm using not to use it, but that's something that is up to things. Probably the cost. Another cool thing about Clojure is that since everything is based on brackets, parentheses, and something like Clojure thinks, it has pretty good key bindings depending on the editor that you are using. For example, you can select, okay, I want this form, but I want the upper form. I want everything. So you can do quick things like this. You can go back. It's a little bit more expensive, this film roll. I will change here to another brand for here. and this one. Then this is just like if I print this, you will see like just right, nothing fancy. At the right, in the right window, we can see that the output, right? Or another thing that I didn't mention is that I created this project with well, I don't remember the comment right now, but it's linked for creating the projects. So it can have you like this structure for a common Clojure project, and also you can have interactive repo that you can start with Visual Studio Code and Canva, and then you can just evaluate code like things like this, like evaluate current form or load current file and dependencies, or even if you are having tests or developing tests professionally, you can run the current test, failing tests, and etc. It's pretty cool. Once that you learn that and started to learn key bandings and all the powerful tools that you can have to achieve the job, it can be pretty good for optimizing the day-to-day. So, okay, so let's do another thing. I will create a partial function, which will be marketing value. This will be a partial function, which will add let me see what we have. It's partial. Okay, let's show you something like this. Okay. Let me test this function. I have another that it was other. Yeah, I think other is a better name. Oh, because I have my everything that I'm doing, I already did it in this help. In case that I'm blocked, I will copy from here. So yeah, just let me see if this is working. Yeah, 10.99. Okay, so I have this partial function now. So now let's do some threading. One of the things that I like a lot about Clojure is threading. We can have thread first and thread last, which means that, for example, I'm doing this. I'm starting my thread with field roles, which is this collection, right? Then, if I want to have just the brand, let's see what happened. Nothing because because this is an array. It's not just a. For example, if I do this, my threading starts with this object, which is name, brand, cost. Then I just get the brand symbol from this. So it's basically, this is the first input, and this would be practically the same if I do this. The thread class is inserting this object as a last argument for this brand, and brand can act as a function too. Like, hey, give me the brand from this object. If I don't have that, let's see what happened. It will return nil, which is kind of null in other languages. So once that we know that, we can continue field roles. Okay, so I will map that array for I just want the cost. We'll delete this and let's see what do we have. Okay, now we have 10, 15, and 9, which is 10, 15, and 9. Okay, I'm getting close to the thing that I want to achieve. And the second will be marketing other. And didn't work. Why? Oh, I get that I need to something like this. Let me see what is the error here. 25. We'll take a look to the one that I have here. Oh yeah, I forget this. Marketing other is ready to have just one value, right? It's an argument. This is a partial function. Another thing that I didn't explain, sorry. This plus here, plus symbol, is just for doing a sum. Commonly, we can do things like this. And if I do print this is 3, right? So it's adding 1 to 2. So if I'm doing a partial, that means that I'm doing plus 0.99 to something else. That is just a value. But at this point, I still have a sequence because map returns a sequence. Let me see the returns a lazy sequence. So that means that I need to do the map again. So the map first is just for the function and second for the collection. So let's see. And yes, now I have 10.99, 15.99, 999. So again, this is pretty powerful because a functional programming language, that means that this is not mutating the original object. Everything is just passing one input to another output and doing the things, right? So this is a class. So basically, again, explaining this is an array, field rows. At this point, it's just an array. Then I am mapping every item of the array just to get the cost value. Then I'm getting this array, this sequence which is 10, 15, 9, and I'm mapping those values to the marketing other function that I have here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty common when you are processing data and you don't want to do rotations on your original data. So everything is based on function, basically. So the tools could be kind of simple. I guess that the hard part is to achieve the functional mindset, which I think that is something that it's always in progress because it's pretty hard to remove the other paradigms for coding. So let's do another example. For this one, I will do a classic video game kind of code, which will be given weapon functions.
That might actually be a good stopping point, Salvadore. I think one is might be a good stopping point just in terms of time. I'm guessing that we'll quite have time to finish a whole another one. That work okay for you?
Yeah, totally. Okay. So, well, just to pretty quick summarize this. Clojure is something that runs on VM. It's functional programming language. It's pretty flexible. You can write kind of a elegant code, or you can end as any other language with messy code. The key is to learn the basics, key bindings, and functional programming. That will be all. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Takes a special sort of bravery to do a live coding demo, much less a remote live coding demo. So very impressive. Yeah, thank you.